Live streaming is on.
Greetings and welcome to Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter, and I will be your host this evening. And I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts. If you are watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which sometimes is better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunt Hangar Forum member to find the link to attend the after party. Here at Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes. We talk about sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunt Hangar Forum, well, you can find the link if you just scroll down to the section called At the Bench. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/S as in sunset, M as in Mary, and F as in Foxtrot. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address, or Sparky, the proprietor of Stunt Hangar, will not approve you. Now, if you are inclined to not come in and just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box, and I will do my best to make your comments a part of the show. Now, understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself, so be patient. I will ask you a question or state your comment to our illustrious panel. Now, if you find Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts or the many building videos that Sparky does on this platform informative and enjoyable, please give us a thumbs up. Please also subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell for all notifications so that you will be notified when either myself or Sparky is on. And please also share the videos. That helps the channel grow. Please also consider joining our YouTube channel memberships, which start at only $4.99 a month. That's less than 17 cents a day. And your support helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunt Hangar. And with your memberships, you get special badges I can see in the YouTube chat and unlimited replay of member-only videos. And once a month, Sparky has a question and answer show for members only. You can also use the super chat, which is located at the bottom of the chat box, to make donations. However, you must do that during a live show. So please make a note. Every Monday and Friday evening at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when the show starts. So make a note to be on during that time, and then you can donate. And because during the replays, the super chat is not available. So if it's in your heart to help us out, and I hope you do want to, we need your help. Please make a point to watch the live show just for a minute, long enough to make a donation, and please do that. I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. And please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or say things you wouldn't say around your children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm going to turn my attention to the Stunt Hangar website. And I'm going to post the link so that hopefully some friends and some new guests will come in tonight. Tonight is Friday. Friday normally is a very good program. Matter of fact, Alexander III's there already in the chat box. He says, "Hi, Charles. Greetings from Scotland." Thank you so much, Alexander, for that. And Alexander says, "Do you know where the PA and Rojet engines are manufactured?" There's two gentlemen, Dubjet and Richard Oliver. They are in Texas. I don't know exactly in Texas. If you Google Rojet engines, you might be able to find their website. And there's a phone number. I've spoken to Dubjet very nice gentleman. I've purchased some items from him in the past. I just recently purchased a header for my K77, and delightful experience. So seek those guys out. Now the PA, that is made by Randy Smith, and Randy Smith's website, it's called Aero Products, I believe, something close to that. Now, if you are familiar, Alexander, with the Stunt Hangar forum, those guys are probably in the vendors section, I believe. I could be mistaken though, but anyways, hey, thanks for coming in, Alexander. I'll see if I can secure the actual website once we get going. I'm got my hands full right now at the moment to look for you, but I will do that. Let me see what's going on here. So I posted the link, and I saw you. We have 10 concurrent viewers right now. Thank you, and we have 4 likes, so we're off to a good start. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. I'm always disappointed when I see the replays, and we get more of the activity of thumbs up during the live broadcast, but people who will just watch as a replay, maybe they just don't think to hit the thumbs up. But we need those thumbs up, helps the channel grow. Let me move things around here. I have 2 screens. I'm going to move this screen over here. And great. And that way I can keep an eye on the chat box and the YouTube stream so I can see how it's going. And let me see something here. Anyways, I believe I did send I did post the link, so hopefully we'll have some people join me, unless I did something wrong, which I'm due. I haven't done something wrong in a while. I went flying by myself today. It's been a long time since I've done that, and those of you who are in the audience who don't know, it is possible to fly a control line plane by yourself. I flew many years only with the assistance of someone to launch my plane, but I built a stooge, and the stooge holds the plane for me, and then I release it when I'm ready. Hey, Howard.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Lovely.
Great. Thanks for coming in.
It's nice to be here.
Yes, absolutely. I went flying today. Did you go flying anytime recently?
I went yesterday.
Oh, how was it?
It was okay.
But of course, you just go outside your back door, right?
Yeah. I had to mow it first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that is my dream, to have a flying site on my property. I need to own a property at first. I'm not even a homeowner, so I'm a long ways off from accomplishing that goal. But whenever you never know.
live in South California, you can't afford to have any place there.
Yeah, it's very expensive here. Yeah, and
I like it there.
Yeah, I love it here too. But I would love to have a flying field where I can. I have a flying field. My flying field is about 7 minutes away, so I have it better than a lot of people. I mean,
Yes.
It might be 10 minutes if I'm not speeding, but yeah, I can pretty much fly during the week. I fly at a public park, believe it or not, and they actually enjoy me being there. I'm the only one there on that side of the park. I fly on the athletic fields, and everybody else is on the other side of the park where the pedestrians walk and run. But where I'm at, there's hardly any. Matter of fact, there was no one else there but me this morning.
That's good, especially if you're flying electric.
I flew glow today.
No.
Yeah,
electric, they'll just walk right through your circle.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Put out cones.
Yeah, I put out cones, but we have some yahoos that think they're American citizens and do whatever they want, and they'll just walk right in the circle.
Yeah, I know.
It's
or drive into the circle.
Yeah, I've had a friend. He was flying at the stadium, San Diego. What's it called now? Qualcomm, or I think it's called Qualcomm. Our stadium where the Chargers used to play. and the Padres still play. No, Padres play downtown now, but where they used to play, he was flying, and some lady pulled up on him, and he's flying the plane high, and she's asking for directions.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens.
Yes.
that and a number of things make me glad to have my own place.
Oh, I bet. Oh, that's the dream. I tell you, that really is a dream of mine. I would really love to have that, but you know, it's easy to say you'd love to have that, but you know, obviously, everybody would like to have that, but not everybody has that. So
yeah, we got lucky when we both retired. Real estate prices at the old place were extremely high, so we sold for a lot of money, and for even money, we bought this place and have a place to fly and a silly house and a shop, and it's great.
yeah, as long as you guys are happy.
Prices are going up.
Yeah, and you know, nothing stays the same. Everything changes, you know.
Yeah, we were looking to go over east of the mountains where Paul Walker lives. Stuff's cheap over there, but my wife didn't want to go because her plants wouldn't grow over there. Oh. She's a gardening nut.
Yeah, well, that's you know, you're in the airplane, so she can have, you know, what floats her boat, you know.
I guess so. So this is the only place west of the mountains on the whole West Coast that's affordable, as far as I can tell.
Very good, very good. Yeah,
not anymore.
So you may need progress on your stunt ship.
Yeah, a little bit. I've got the mid fuselage and the aft fuselage fitting together better now. But
nice.
I got them getting together. I had trouble with fillets, and I don't like that blue fillet material that everybody else likes.
That super fill?
That's correct.
What happens when you use it?
It's just like this unruly pile of oatmeal, and I sanded it mostly off, and I called the factory and told them my troubles, and guys, I saw the date code on it. It said 2002 something. So I asked, was this made in 2002? Is this 20 years old or 10 years old or whatever it is? And he said, no, that means 20 means 2020 and 02 means February. So
okay, it's not that old.
Only one month old when I bought it. It's a year old now, but he's going to send me some. He was a nice man. He's going to send me some fresh stuff.
Oh, good. Good.
I told him charge me for it. I'll pay for it. So I hope he does.
What have you used in addition to Superfill? I've tried microballoons with finishing resin.
Well, I tried epoxylite. I like epoxylite. And then I bumped some stuff from Walker, some white stuff, a couple airplanes ago, and it was good, but the blue stuff I don't get along with.
Now, the white stuff, was that the microballoons?
No,
Great Plains?
no, it was, I forget the brand name of it. It was made for fillets. It was probably microballoons. Superfill's probably microballoons and epoxy or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It's about 27 pounds per cubic foot. Hi, John.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Doing
Hi,
well.
Art. Good.
We was just
Good to
talking
hear.
about the blue stuff and the white stuff. I don't know if you know what we're talking about, but Howard and I do.
Yeah, I know.
Fillet material.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I used to use micro balloons until I found the blue stuff, and I quit using
Yeah, everybody likes the blue stuff. So
it.
couple of us.
If you got a fresh, somewhat fresh, not older than 3 or 4 years old, batch of the blue stuff,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even fairly new. I'm going to see if I can find another internet connection.
Okay.
Okay.
Just have to refinance your mortgage. Take advantage.
Oops. I had my radio on.
You busted, man. You busted.
Well, it wasn't playing. It was quiet. It was quiet, so I didn't think I had it on. And so I get in here, everything going. All of a sudden, it turns on.
Yeah, I don't know. These mics pick up everything.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's back.
Yeah.
I got my cat here.
Yeah, your cat wants to be part of the show.
Oh yeah, this is the giant cat. He's skinny as a rail, and he's 18
What's
pounds.
his name?
Oh, come on.
Oh.
So, you guys, I went flying today, and I've been adding some tail weight to my plane.
So are your arms tired?
No. No. So I went flying, right? I added some tail weight, flew better. The maneuvers got a little bit smaller, which was my end goal in mind. So then I tried, maybe add another 1/4 ounce. Well, I added too much weight, obviously, but I was surprised that the plane got loose above 45 degrees, inverted.
Yeah.
You guys have any idea? I'm trying to figure out, how does the tail weight, when you're up inverted above 45 degrees, why does it get loose?
Because you've changed the weight distribution on the fuselage, and now you need to adjust your tip, your lead outs.
Okay. Unfortunately, my lead outs aren't adjustable. I didn't build this plane. I wouldn't build it like that, but it's what I have.
Well, then I take it back to where you had it before and fly it there, because if you can't adjust it, it will get worse.
Okay. I was going to take off the 1/4 ounce additional and maybe cut it in half and try a fraction of a 1/4 ounce and see if I can get it to work.
Well, you can do that. You can do that.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey, how we doing?
Doing well. You see, you got your son there, right?
Yes, I do.
I'm so glad I got that right. I didn't want to insult him if it wasn't your son.
Yeah, this is my 10-year-old about to be 11-year-old Angstrom.
All right, Angstrom. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he's heard that I've been on these calls here and there, and so he said he wanted to hang out tonight for a little bit. So we'll see how long he makes it, but we should be working in the shop and listening to the show here.
Oh, well,
How did
thank you.
Angstrom get his name?
Angstrom got his name because my wife is a chemist, and an angstrom measurement in chemistry for atoms. So we named him Angstrom after the chemist. But what's interesting is that, I mean, I've said it before, I'm 6'8". He's just about to turn 11, and he's 6'1". And so having a name of Angstrom for such a tiny unit of measurement, it's almost like naming him Tiny.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
See, I thought it was Dutch. It just sounded Dutch to me.
I'm pretty sure Angstrom may have been a Swedish physicist or chemist. I think he's physicist. So,
Yeah. One of those people from that part of the world.
Scandinavian for sure.
We used to call them Scandinavians.
I could look him up, but my iPad's busy.
See who it was?
It's also an Angstrom's represented by the letter A with a circle over the top. So I thought it'd be cool if he, just started signing that way rather than writing out his whole name.
Yeah.
Just be a symbol, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd drive his teachers nuts.
That's,
Great.
that's cool. Hope he does.
Yeah.
I have a message on the chat box. Mark Lumen says, we'll log in shortly, just landed in the Healy.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So Angstrom, we actually have a real pilot. We might have others as well, but we have a pilot that joins us as well. And he flies helicopters and he also flies fixed wing planes as well.
Jets and piston.
Hey, Eddie, thanks for coming in.
Hey, I got a question for you guys before it gets a big bunch in here.
Okay,
I plan on going to the Nats.
awesome.
good.
And I'm trying to find what I know when it is, but I don't know what's going on each day. I plan on being there Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So what will be going on those days? Anybody know?
Oh,
Stunt practice and check in, and I think beginner, intermediate, old time, and classic. Now, for the exact schedule, it should be on Stunthangar. Dave Tribble should have posted it there.
I'm laughing at Mike Lonke. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Howard.
You can laugh at me if you want.
I was just laughing at Mike. Go ahead and answer his question. Do you get your answer, Eddie? I was reading the chats.
My answer wasn't very good.
Well, Mike Lonke should be in, and Mike Lonke seems to know the schedule pretty well, but it's usually posted on the AMA website.
well, it's also
Well, I can't. Only if I go on there, all I find is when it is, June 20th through 26th or whatever. It just gives the days and that it's going to be, control line racing, control lines, combat, stunt, precision stunt, stuff like that. But it doesn't say, precision aerobatics will be Wednesday and Thursday, or racing will be Monday and Tuesday. And I can't find where it breaks down with it, because I'm only going to get maybe 2 or 3 days vacation in on this to be able to come up there. So
I only have.
I don't know if I'll stay 3 days or 2 days, but I know I'll come up there Sunday, stay Sunday night, Monday night, and leave Tuesday afternoon. So I don't want to cut myself short on watching some of you guys fly that's going to fly.
Yeah, there
if
is
I won't get to watch,
I just don't know
I
where
won't
it's
get
at.
to watch Open, Junior, Senior, and Open, and you probably won't get to watch Advanced, but you'll get to watch pretty much all the rest of it.
Okay, because they save that for the end.
Yeah,
I don't have other events, but here's Stunt for those days. Sunday is beginner and intermediate on the grass circles. Can you hear me? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
You're going okay, and that's Sunday. Saturday's just practice.
Okay, because they save that for the end.
yeah.
Monday,
I don't have other
Monday is practice.
for those days. Sunday is
There's
beginner and intermediate on the ground circles.
okay. Somebody else is
Can
talking.
you hear me? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
You're going okay.
No, I think we have a loop.
Well, never
Someone
mind
needs
then.
to turn off their Stunthangar tab.
You're getting an echo.
Oh, that's an echo. I thought it was somebody else giving the.
No, it was you and myself.
Okay. Monday is practice, and Monday is appearance judging. So you can see all the pretty airplanes if you get there at 2:30 at the L pad, and then there's more practice. Tuesday is classic nostalgia 30, whatever that is, an old time. That's on the grass circle.
Okay. All right. I might be able to handle it. What's Wednesday?
Wednesday you're gone.
Wednesday. Yeah, you're gone.
Middle of the week.
Wednesday's when the qualification flights start for Benston.
And open.
Open.
Okay.
Eddie, I got.
I might try to
So
talk to
everybody
Mike
flies
and let
on
me stay another day too. So I don't know.
Eddie, I got some more info for you if you want it.
Wednesday you'll see.
All right.
Wednesday you'll see a lot of good stuff.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if you're coming in on Sunday, like Howard already said, you're going to have beginner and intermediate every day that you're there. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there will be combat events going on every day that you're there. If you're there Monday, there will
And that's more interesting.
there will be mouse racing is going on, and I think Goodyear racing might be happening on Monday, but there'll be racing events happening also on Monday and Tuesday. There will be some speed events starting over in the cage. I don't know with not jet speed, but some of the other piston engine, like half cruise speed, half a proto, and other speed events. Navy carrier will happen while you're there because that's typically a Monday or Tuesday event. And then, like Howard said, the stunt events don't start. Advanced and open don't start till Wednesday. But there's going to be a whole bunch of different control line stuff going on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In addition to, I think RC Combat starts on Monday. They're running that this year. So that's always fun to watch. And RC Pylon kicks off also during that week. Not the big, the super fast 200-mile-an-hour stuff, but some of the quickie 500s and the smaller stuff. They build up to the, their big event. But I mean, there's stuff going on every day besides just stunt. Like I said, there's racing, there's carrier,
There's something else.
combat. Yeah. Is there something else? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of something else's, John. You know that.
I just had to throw that in there.
You
Like I
won't be
said-
bored, but if you're
Yeah,
not
like I
there,
said,
if you're not there later in the week, you won't see the advanced winners or the get down to the top 5. Or
Oh
even
yeah, I
see
won't be able.
top 20.
I won't be able to do all week, but I might be able to get 3 days out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the most. So
Yeah, well, bring an airplane and go enter beginner or intermediate. And if you can't fly the whole pattern, fly the beginner pattern and take a run through the prize table, man. You'll come home with a bunch of swag, man.
we'll see.
Good stuff on that prize table, isn't there, Angstrom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing well, thank you. I heard you're almost as tall as me now. It looks like you got like 1 inch to catch up to me. When I taught you how to fly, I remember I had to put my arm around you down here, way down here. Sounds like you're almost my size now. 6'1", did I hear?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, size 13 shoe.
We got to get you flying combat, buddy, because you'd be a great goon in the circle, man. You can just push everybody around and make them go wherever you want, man.
I
A
think
lot of those guys are little, and a lot of them are old too now, so you can push them around real easy.
So
think
Mike,
he's,
it's not only combat in the air, huh?
Yeah, it can be.
I think he's a budding speed racer. He's Mike, one of the first planes you got was those little speed planes, and we converted one over to electric, and we got it going under 4 seconds a lap. And I'll tell you what, he wants to whip that out almost every time we got batteries out there because he seems to just love just going fast in a circle.
Well, speed is a whole thing in itself, man, and it's not super hard to do. Mouse racing would be good too. The mouse racing is fun. Sam started doing that just because we have a day off on Monday, so he's doing that. It's a lot I won't say it's an easier event because if you're going to be competitive and win, you got to be an engine guy, you know, and you got to figure out how to make this stuff go fast. But the flying part of it is pretty easy because it's flat and level, you know, it's all flat and level and go as fast as you can. So, but yeah, whatever you're interested in, Angstrom, explore all disciplines of control line and find the one that you like the most. You know, you don't have to listen to all these stunt weenies on here and just be a stunt guy. There's other stuff out there. There's other stuff out there. There's jets, there's speed, there's combat, there's scale. I mean, there's all kinds of little niches in there. So you find the one that suits you best and run with it.
Do it while you're young too, because when you get old, that circle gets faster and faster.
And
Real
it's
deal,
also
man,
just
like
sport and just have fun.
twin jets stuffed.
He should also do it while he's young, since it's on my tab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
On your dime.
absolutely. Yeah, especially since Dad's into it, the shoe in.
There you go, Mike. Build you a twin jet.
Yeah, twin jets.
I have
stuffed.
actually, I don't know about a stunner. Holy cow.
That's something old. What's his name there in Philly Flyers hasn't done yet.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to top Dan. I don't, you know, that's fine. If I can keep up with him, I'm doing well, I'd say. So,
Yeah.
hey, before we get too far off the rails, old Mark Lumen was a hero today, man. He pulled a young lady from an overturned car this afternoon while I was on the
Really?
phone with him.
Really?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I'm talking on the
fantastic,
phone.
man.
He goes,
Mark, that's fantastic.
He goes, hold on, that car just flipped over. I'll call you back. He went over there, pulled this girl out of the car. It was upside down in a ditch.
Wow.
So hats off to
Mark.
Mark.
That's awesome,
Mark.
Mark.
Oh yeah, thanks.
That's
It was
salute. That's salute. 250 will get you a cup of coffee anywhere.
exactly right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So she was all right? The girl was all right, Mark?
She was all right, and me and Mike was talking about it too. And I think thinking about it later, there was an imprint on the side of her face, and I think that was probably her cell phone from when the airbag hit her. Because I was thinking about it later, Mike, that I was trying to look her over and say, "Are you okay?" And because when I watched it happen, I said, "Okay, so whoever's in that car is dead," because it rolled sideways two or three times. I don't know. I wasn't counting, and then hit front first and flipped upside down. Yeah. I said,
Wow.
and the window was broke. When I was pulling the airbag back, I mean, she was there in shock, obviously, but miraculously she was okay. But there was almost like a square imprint in the side of her face, and I was thinking, okay, well, the airbag hit her, the steering wheel, something like that. But thinking about it, what could leave a square impact mark on your face when the airbag goes off?
Distracted drive.
Yeah. Wow. Now,
Hey, Sam, come here. Look who's here. Look who's here. Come here.
Oh,
is this
Come
Sam?
here. Look who's that?
Oh, that's Angstrom.
Yeah, that's Angstrom. Sam.
Hi.
Hey,
You know how tall he is now? 6'1". He's almost as tall as Daddy. And how old are you? 10?
Uh-huh.
10.
I'm about to turn 11.
About to turn 11. Okay.
Wow, that's
We got
amazing.
2 years on him, and he's this tall. Sam. He's as tall as Daddy. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's amazing.
So these guys met at Rodax. They're old flying buddies. Sam and Angstrom met each other the first year that Angstrom and Brendan came out. They had some good years there, a couple of good seasons flying out at Brodax.
Awesome.
Sam gave Angstrom his first airplane, actually, the one that he learned on. We gave it to him. Is that thing still in one piece, Angstrom?
Well, we've been teaching my sister to fly, and she's been using that one.
Oh, Cindel's got her hand on it now, huh? Has she wrecked it yet?
No, I don't think she's wrecked it yet. Yeah, hasn't wrecked that one.
Really?
Good. Good for her.
That's awesome.
Good for her.
Sure.
Let me interrupt you guys. I'm going to catch up on the chat box. And let me say hi to Peter, thanks for coming in, Peter. And obviously, Mike, thank you for coming in, Mike. And thank you for the compliment on the chat. Appreciate that. And hi, Mark. Thanks for coming in.
Oh,
and
did you
hi,
tell him?
No, I didn't say it.
Did you read it?
I'll read it now.
You can read it.
I will.
I
Hey,
just
Dennis.
read it.
So let me catch up on the chat. So Mark Lumen already said he's going to be in shortly. He just landed the helo. And then Mike Wonky said, you're getting pretty good. You're getting pretty good, that intro, Charles. You may have a career in television. And that's why I was laughing earlier, Howard and Eddie. And then Mel Rogers says that, and I asked, excuse me, let me slow down. Alexander asked me earlier, where is the PA and the Rojet engines manufactured? And then Mel responded by saying, Rojet manufactured in Houston, Texas. PA is over the pond somewhere.
No,
I guess he's not a really big PA fan, but
no, PAs are not over the pond. PAs are made by Randy Smith in Georgia, but they're Henry Nelson cases. The cases are made by Henry Nelson in Pennsylvania, and then Randy puts all the guts in them in Georgia. They're not over the pond because Mel Rogers is a U.S. guy, isn't he?
I don't know where Mel Rogers is.
Here in the United States.
I don't know. Mel Rogers, where are you at?
Oh, well.
And then after this, then
both engines are.
And then Banshee 15 says the guy in the upper left is always snacking on something. And he said,
Wait, what?
Corn nuts?
You, Charles.
It's probably
Talking
me.
about you.
I got popcorn I'm snacking on. You know, I try not to do a whole lot of talking. I just try to host the program. So I'm snacking instead of talking. Unless I need to say something, I will say something. Then Mel Rogers, he says, stunt weenies, laughing out loud. And I'm thinking I'm not a stunt weenie myself, Mel. So, and then Alexander III says, thanks, Mel. And then Mel Rogers says, right on. And then he goes, I didn't know that. And he goes, yeah, USA. That's all the last three of Mel Rogers.
So the guy that was asking about the PAs, Randy's company is called Aero Products. And if you just Google Aero Products control line, you'll find his website. And then Rojet is just, you got to look under Dub Jet for that, or Rojet, and you'll find those.
And now Banshee 15 says, makes me hungry. Yeah, I know. It's I probably shouldn't be eating while I'm doing this, but
yeah, Charles, I just hope you brought enough for everybody. That's all.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's one for you, and one for you, and one for you, and one for you, and here's one for you, Mark, and one for you, Dennis.
Get it.
What a cheapskate.
Yeah, I am that. I resemble that remark. Now that I resemble. Now, Walter Umlin says, gave me a like, or gave my like, excuse me. Thank you, Walter. And Walter, by the way, I got that wing alignment jig, and I really like it. I look forward to using it. And the access hatch, I think that's awesome. I've seen images of it before, but I really like seeing it in person. And then the other thing was the weight box and the lead out guides. Thank you very much.
Can I ask Howard something?
We're all caught up. Go ahead.
Howard, I got the VGs yesterday. Thank you very much. Your mounts actually went out this morning, U.S. Postal Service. I've got a tracking number if you want it, but it says you should have it by Monday or Tuesday, the mounts. Sorry, I couldn't get them out earlier. Today was the first day I could get to the post office. But
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Was this in there to torment me to try to figure out what it is?
I can't see it. I mean,
He's big now.
oh, yeah, that's for a line reel.
Oh, okay. I thought so. But you know, I feel kind of dumb. I looked at that and I said, that looks like it's for a line reel. And then, but it was in a box with the vortex generators, and I'm going, okay, this is some weird kind of tool that Howard put in there, but it's for a line reel. Okay, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Do you 3D print those, or?
Yeah,
You make those. Those are pretty nice, man.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that particular thing was an exercise to try to align the head that printed the white stuff with the head that printed the red stuff.
Okay.
Wasn't
nice.
quite a lot.
How much machine time is that to spit that out?
I don't know. An hour or so, I guess.
That's an hour to print that. And what's the cost on that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Probably.
Okay.
You know, speaking of those line reel winders, I use them all the time. Hey, Walter, and it really helps prolong your line. So anybody who's not using a line winder of some sort and just using your fingers, that is not the optimal way of wrapping up your lines. I mean, your lines will last a lot longer because you get a lot smoother tension using the line winder, like what Howard sent to Mike. I use them all the time. I make lines, and I have a friend of mine. I made him set of lines, and it wasn't too long, and they were all squiggly and all kinds of problems. And what's wrong with these lines, Charles? I go, it's the way you're doing it. You got to use a line winder. It's much more smooth. Anyways, that's my. I think those things are very good. I would highly recommend getting some sort of line winder. I make mine out of PVC pipe and put a cap on it, and it's minimal cost. It's a half-inch. I think it's half-inch or a 3/4-inch PVC with a cap, and it works excellent. I mean, I bought one from Tom Morris the first time, but then I just said I can make something inexpensive out of this, so that's what I did.
I watched a guy wind his lines up there like that, Charles, a couple of times here in Nashville, and he couldn't understand why he kept tearing his lines up. And I'm like, you got to do it like this. You can't do it like that, like a kite, you know? He was like,
yeah, you get twisted.
Hold the spool and wrap. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that with Spectre lines. Spectre lines is great.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with those. Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
I'm laughing
them,
because I'm laughing because I had kinked one of my lines here. Let's say a month ago. So I used one of those lines and some like orange paracord for my stooge line, right? Yeah, I figured, okay, why not use it for something, right? So we're talking about winding it up, and I said, well, I've only got one line, so why not just do this, right?
Right.
When I got to like within 3 foot of the end, it looked like a
it was spun up. Yeah.
It looked like a
because it was twisting the whole time.
So that was the perfect testimony on what not even, like I said, it was a stooge line, and I probably won't use that anymore, but anyway.
Yeah.
Lessons.
Well, I want to tell the rest. I want to tell the rest of you guys too, man.
Extension cords.
Oh,
by the time you get through, they're all twisted up.
Yeah, that's probably the next worst thing to do.
Look out on the stunt circles this year, man. I got vortex generators now, buddy.
Yeah, same here. I got the hookup also.
I got VGs for my airplane, man. I'm gonna pick up 20 points on each flight just by putting these on my airplane.
Good.
It says that right at the bottom of the instruction sheet. 20 points guaranteed added to your score. Howard Rush.
Or money back.
Hang on, Walter. Peter wants to talk next, and I'll get you, Walter. Go ahead, Peter.
Okay, you're talking about wrapping lines. This doesn't have to do with control line, but you know how when you have rope or something or cord or an extension cord, and people just kind of like do this with it.
Yeah,
that's what Eddie was talking about.
If you do that, you'll end up getting all sorts of tangles and knots and stuff when you're trying to undo it. If you turn around and you do it in a figure 8 motion like this, you'll never get a knot. You'll never get a tangle. You'll never get anything into anything that you're trying to, any kind of cable that or wire or rope that you're trying to do. Just a little trick that I've discovered. It'll turn around and it'll drop straight out rather than just doing it like that. If you do it in a figure 8 pattern like this.
When I was in construction, we had 100 feet extension cords, and we'd always daisy chain ours, like a crochet loop.
Yep.
and you loop it up, and it'll loop up into about 30 feet, and you just pull out what you need. The rest of it's
Yep.
still daisy chain. You daisy chain it, and it hangs on your hooks easy. But anyway,
Yeah, that's called electrician's roll.
Just a quickie.
Hold on, what, Carl? I didn't quite hear that.
The control line, but
Well, when he was describing how he chained up the electrical cord, that's called a electrician's roll. That's what they teach. That's what they teach the apprentices when they go to electrician school, how to roll up their extension cords.
Okay, electrician roll. All right, thank you.
you try to roll up 100 foot of extension cord. It's rough.
Your arm is going to be heavy by the time it's
Yeah, well, I do that with my cords just simply because it saves room when you got limited space on your vehicle to carry stuff, and it's easier to transport. For me, it is anyway.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt again. Because I told Walter he could go after Peter, and we got a little derailed.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead, Walter.
My question is for Mike.
Yeah.
Last about a week or two ago, you said you needed a tank, a big tank you were looking for.
Yeah.
Did you ever get it?
No, that's for the MoBest.
Here, this is what I have. This is what I have.
Hold it still.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it into focus.
I know it's all tubes forward, but what size?
Yeah,
is it?
how many ounces?
It's all tubes forward, and it's 5.5 ounce wide wedge Uniflow.
Actually, I've got a couple of those, Walt.
Okay.
So that it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for my application. Otherwise, I would have used it. I'm gonna order a couple from RSM because he's got the. I like the. I don't like the 1 inch high ones on my profiles. I like the ones that are 1.5 inches high.
Okay.
You know that they call them the snub nose, I guess, because
yeah, that's right.
Since it's a 1/2 inch higher, it can be shorter and fit in a smaller space. But I kind of put that project on the back burner because that's for the MoBest, and I won't need that profile plane until Canton in September. So that's back burner. Yeah, right there. What Dennis is holding right there. Those are the ones I like on all my profiles. I prefer those, even if I got room for a longer one. I like the wider, thicker tank, I guess.
Those are nice tanks. I have some of those. Matter of fact, I think I gave you one, Carl, didn't I? No, I didn't give you. I sold you one.
Are those RSM?
Yeah, well, I got mine from RSM. Did you get yours from RSM, Denny?
His mic must be off.
Mike's off then.
Yeah, because I can probably use one on the Saginaw.
Oh yeah.
No, Charles.
Well, can I show you what I like about the RSM tank?
Your mic's off, Denny.
Charles, you sold me a chicken hopper.
Oh, a chicken hopper. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
But it was a snub nose tank, though. It had chicken hopper on it, but it was a thick one.
Can I tell you what I like about the RSM tank?
Yeah.
So it's thicker, but I like the fact that the inlet is here and the Uniflow is up here.
Yeah.
And they're bent forward. They don't stick out in the front of the tank.
Right.
They move them back. I don't know. I just think that's cleaner air.
I like those. I really do like that.
Yeah. You know, and then you got your overflow, your plug line right there. I like that better. Even though there's room on here to put one with all tubes forward, the Uniflow ends up being somewhere kind of behind the head, you know, and I think that air gets disturbed quite a bit there unless you run a piece of tubing over the front or you put a 90 in it and run it out the other side and get it into clean air. I don't know. These RSM tanks, they work great. I love them. I love these Uniflow tanks from RSM. So, and then especially on something like a Ringmaster or a Flight Suite, the shorter ones, you know, you really got a snub nose in there. Having that tank be 1.5 inches high instead of 1 inch, it'll, you know, you can get more fuel in a smaller space.
Now, what size tank is on that? Is that a 4?
I think this one is 5.5. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That doesn't look like one.
Well, it's 1.5 inches high, so you got to think you've got 1/2 inch higher for the whole length of the tank. So how much more fuel is that? Because on any other tank that's 1 inch high, it's 1 ounce for every inch long it is.
Right.
So it's
every 2 inches,
man. You get a bunch in a much smaller space.
Right.
You guys, let me interrupt. You guys, I got to catch up on the chat box. Let me see here. Thank you, Walter, for your like. Oh, I got 2 guys trying to get in. Hang on. Here comes Gary, and here comes Tryon. I'm clicking on you, Gary. It's not being responsive at all. Gary, I don't know why this happens to you once in a while. I'm going to go ahead and reject you, but come on back, please. Let me get back to the chat box. So anyways, Christopher Everson says, evening all. And then he gave us a super chat of $50. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It really helps out tremendously. And Banshee 15 says, hey, what do you guys think about the SIG Skyray 35, but really lightened up? Now, I have everybody else can chime in, but I have a Skyray 35, and I like it. And we'll get to that in a minute. Let me finish the rest of the chats. Gary Sinclair says, I'm trying to get on, but I might need a new password down watching. Yeah, Gary, I had to reject you because I kept clicking allow, but it was unresponsive. So please try again. And then Banshee 15 says, with a cowl cheek like you would find on a Buster. Yeah, that would stiffen up the front end. That'd be very good. And then Mel Rogers, welcome to the supporters. Thank you, Mel. Thank you for joining our YouTube channel and subscribing. I appreciate that very much. And then James Smith, who I usually know him as Jim, says, I'll be in a minute. Can't stay long. Flying early tomorrow. I have a quick show and tell. All right, you guys. What do you think about the Skyray 35? And maybe with a key cowl on, like a Buster.
It's a great trainer plane. It'll take you through the whole pattern. You know, you don't need a 35 on it. That's for sure. Any 25, any modern 25 will fly that airplane just fine.
Yeah, my Skyray 35 is I turned mine more into a trainer, but it's a very aerobatic plane. I just kind of dumbed it down, put a really tall elevator on it so it slowed down the controls. And my son was flying it for a while, and it's a good flying plane. It's definitely a tough bird with the 1/8 inch ribs. The tough bird. So hope that answers your question. Yeah, any plane lightened up will be better. So yeah, going through it and lightening up, I think that would be a good thing. Banshee 15. Hey, Tryon, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Right.
I think I told you already that I repaired that corner of the mold that was broken off. So I'm super happy about that. I already polished it up to 2000 grit sandpaper. Now the next step would be to polish the mold, but I'm waiting on some buffing wheels and tools and stuff like that to do the buffing. So
what material did you use to repair that tooling material? What material did you use?
It's just epoxy.
Okay.
It's when I purchased the molds, I had one quarter of the mold breaking off, so I purchased a special epoxy that will fix the molds, Now that I'm looking at the epoxy itself, it's not an epoxy that you would use to patch a big hole or something like that, because it's much softer, much different. It's not the same epoxy, but it's very, very strong epoxy for bonding, for having a nice joint.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's able to save those molds.
Yeah, me too.
I bet. And to answer your question, Gary, on the chat, I did see your request to come in. When I hit allow, it was unresponsive. This has happened to us before, so just try again, Gary, and maybe next time when I hit allow, it'll let you in. But I don't know what's going on. You came in the same time Tryan did. I clicked Tryan, and his was responsive. I clicked yours, and there was no response. So try again, Gary.
It's probably just a connection thing.
I just accidentally got kicked off somehow.
Yeah, I saw you go away. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you're back.
I had some sound that sounded like a robot, and then
yeah, I heard that too.
And then I was gone. I was like,
yeah, the mothership flew over, I think.
I'm serious. I said, wow, these guys really are mad at me.
Hey, Walter.
Yeah.
While you're still there, keep your eye on your mailbox, okay?
Okay.
And your front porch.
Okay.
I can't tell you anything other than that.
Okay.
Keep your eyes peeled for something headed your way, okay?
Okay.
But she's above 18.
I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So
okay, thank you. And I got good news in regards to the Fancherized twister.
Yeah,
so I had a brain fart there. I got the wood in today, so I'm going to be starting on the kits you guys ordered. This week. So if anybody can pay for the kits, I'd appreciate it. We can do the shipping separate, so we could do the shipping so that we have accurate shipping cost, or if you want to just pay for the whole thing, tack on at least $16 for shipping, if you want to do that, $17.
What's the price on the kit?
The kits, I believe we agreed on $185, was it?
Okay. Do you want a check or do you want PayPal? What do you want?
Check, PayPal is fine. If you PayPal it, do me the favor and send it as a friend.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll probably just mail you a check. Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay.
I do not have a problem with checks. Just make it out to me, not to any.
Gotcha.
Fancherized twister. Yes, that's what it is. $185, I said, plus shipping. And we can, like I said, we can figure out the shipping later, or you could just add about $16 a kit. Now, Mike, you wanted two. I could save you at least $5 on the shipping if you don't mind me taping the boxes together.
No, that's fine. I'll just send you the money for the kits, and then when you ship it, we'll sort that out.
I really would appreciate that. This way everything stays fair and square.
Sure.
And if I can't stay on, but if anybody sees Len, if you could let him know, okay, and then we can figure out his shipping afterwards as well.
Sounds good.
We need to talk to Len about that, because he may want you to ship it to one of us, so it doesn't have to go to Canada and insane shipping and customs and all that shit, that stuff. Sorry, and one of us could pass it off to him at a contest.
That's fine too.
I think even if he doesn't get to the States this year, he'd be okay with getting it. Next year, next season.
Okay.
So we'll ask him that.
Hey, Cheyenne, I sent you a private message asking you your email, but I got disconnected, so I don't know if you responded. I didn't get it.
Okay. I shall respond to your.
Thank you. I have your old one, and when I sent it, it bounced. So it'd be
My
much.
computer is crap, so you have to. Okay, tell me if you get this. I sent you a private message.
Okay, I'm just.
While you guys doing that, let me catch up on the chat. Gary Sinclair, he said, I'm trying but slow. And then Daryl Wirtz says, a question for electric flyers. Should the bearings in the brushless motors be oiled or lubricated periodically? I get it.
With nitro.
Yes.
With nitro.
Not with nitro. No, not with nitro. What I got this from Boca Bearing, and oops, can't get the lid off. They make a product that they call Lightning Lube, and it's basically all right.
Oh, everything.
Just basically, it's a light oil in a syringe with a real nice little fine applicator on it, so you can reach into the motor, get to the bearing. Some cases without removing very much, but if you can get to the bearing just a drop or so, and don't have to drown it, just a little bit in there goes a long way. But yeah, I got that at Boca Bearing. It kind of reminded me of the old pinpoint oilers when my dad was running HO trains. I forget the company he had. It had a little oiler. Look at Mikey. He's got it. Mike's got one there. If you can put him up.
I love this thing, man.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
And is that the train? That's one of the train oilers, isn't it?
I bought this at an RC swap meet for like $3, and it was full of oil already. And actually, I bought 3 of them because I was like, I'm going to lose it or break it. But yeah, it's great for putting it exactly where you want, man.
Looks like yours has got a screw-on cap or something like that, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Screw-on cap and then a syringe type thing. So I'm with you.
And what do you use?
I use that
oil and
I use that a lot. I use that for doing hinges actually when I'm doing plastic
it'd be
hinges.
perfect for that.
And also on the tails of the combat planes, I use that to put drops of oil on there, and even a squeaky bell crank in a combat wing. I'll just poke a hole through the film and. Pff. So, sorry. Go ahead.
Now, do you have to squeeze that, or does this just drop by gravity?
Yeah, it's plastic. That's plastic, Charles.
Okay, all right.
You just
give
it a little pinch.
3-in-1 oil won't work on those bearings.
Oh, it would. I just think you could do better.
I see.
I'm really fond of synthetic oils, as generically, as opposed to any petroleum based and stuff. I think they're more stable with time and temperature and everything like that. And what I know about oil wouldn't fill a pinpoint oiler. So what can I say? But
how about Marvel's mystery oil? Will that be all right, or do you?
I have no idea.
I've
never used Marvel mystery oil. My guess is that it's a petroleum-based product and it probably doesn't age real well.
I see.
That's just a bare swag. I don't know that anybody else has any experience with it. That's I would definitely check to anybody's opinion on that. But
it's great inside the engines. I don't know about it's oily.
And by the
if
way,
you put the Marvel on an engine and then put it away for a while and come out, does it lock up?
No, I don't think so. But I don't know. Yeah.
By the way, Denny, you sound excellent. Have you done anything different? I mean, you sound really clear.
La 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 la. Yeah, no, just usual stuff.
No, I mean,
What can I say?
you sound fantastic. I'm really happy. Sometimes there's a little bit of reverberation and other noises, but that sounds really great
Yeah,
tonight.
well, my hands-free thing's got a couple of plug-in connections and stuff, and they just tend to, I don't know, for some reason they just connect better sometimes than others.
Okay, you sound excellent.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I had a chat going with my brothers last night. They said the same thing. I was able to fix it last night, and it looks like it's still held. So
yeah, awesome.
Hey, Peter, show us another close-up, Peter.
What was that?
Peter, show us another close-up. You had your cockpit up there a while ago.
That's it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Woohoo! Oh wow!
Got the heads up.
Very nice.
That's the heads-up display in the cockpit.
Oh, I love it.
Going into the Pathfinder LE.
This is great.
Got you an oxygen mask there too, right?
Nice.
And that's all the hanger rash you see on the wing that's accumulated over the years.
Oh my!
You're gonna cover it up anyways.
What happened now?
Very nice.
Good deal.
You guys, hang on one second. I'm having this is Philip Bailey. He says, "Let me in." Phil, I don't know. I didn't see you knocking, so please try again. Gary Sinclair is having problems getting in. Also, I don't know what's going on. So you guys, please just be persistent, and maybe when I transition from making someone big or something like that, I might be missing you guys. But try again. I'm not deliberately keeping you out, so I don't know what's going on. And then Gordon Hayden says, "Evening." Well, evening back to you, Gordon. Thanks for checking in with us. Appreciate that. And we have 27 viewers right now, 17 likes, $50 in chat revenue, and we have one new member. So everything's looking really good, but I really would like to see more likes. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do that. Hit the thumbs up. That's what I call a like. Hit the thumbs up, please. And thank you very much for everybody coming in.
Can I share something with you guys?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna have share my screen then. I just saw this just the other day. Let me see. That one. That's what I want. Give me a second. Okay, you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from the last Nats, but this is not what I want to share, Actually, I saw this picture after that. Look at this picture.
Wow.
That's pretty straight up, man.
Wow, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 1 degree off, buddy.
Yeah, tighten that shit up.
But look how low it is.
Be showing that.
Look how low it is. It's just barely over my head. It's just
low.
I mean, the picture is taken. Just look at my height here, right?
He's referring to the circumference of the turn.
Yeah, the turn. It's already established on a vertical at that point.
I think it established that vertical before then.
Huh?
I think you established that vertical even probably prior to that.
Well before that, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen your plane fly. I'm thinking it's been vertical for a little bit of time by there.
Mm-hmm.
Your plane just turned straight up, like that one reverse wing over I shared with everybody probably 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good shot though.
Yeah,
it's a very.
Thanks.
I mean, it's a very unique shot. I don't think I've seen that shot of any pilots. I mean, it's very unique in that instant.
Yeah, I thought it was a very nice shot. That's why I was like, I was looking at it. I was like, whoa. I was like, that plane it's relatively low. I mean, if you look at the top of my head, it's just over the top of my head, and it's already like going.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too bad you didn't have like a really high resolution photo of that, and you could crop it out and get it all into one frame and make a nice. That'd make a nice keepsake, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Tryon, do you know who took that picture?
I have no clue.
Okay. I was going to say, what's his name? Huben. Will Huben was at the Nats for a while last year, and he takes him and other gentleman from Oklahoma. I can't remember. They are the
Elwin
two best
Ludd.
in-air photographers I've ever seen. And I know
Elwin-
what I like about that picture is the way he's got you in the airplane lined up, like right dead on.
Yeah.
You know, that's a phenomenal shot like that.
That is.
I would guess that's a Will Huben shot just because, you know, he that's the kind of thing he normally takes.
Mm-hmm.
Elwin Odd, that's who I was trying to think of. Somebody else said that. He takes
very good photographer.
He takes fantastic in-flight pics too.
Mm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Phil. Thanks for coming in.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Had the darndest time getting in tonight.
Yeah, so is Gary Sinclair. Gary, come on back. Try again. Phil got in. The water's warm.
Try, Gary, if you're listening and you're on an Apple, at least shut the thing off completely. Give it a few seconds and then bring it back up. That's what I had to do.
Gary, I still can't get you in, Gary. I'm clicking allow, and it's not having it.
I keep getting these little pop-ups that say Gary has been allowed.
Yep.
No, it says allow or reject. I'm selecting allow.
No,
No. It says lobby. Gary Sinclair has been allowed.
There you go. It's lobby. You're right.
Yep.
I keep getting them. They keep popping up.
Yeah, I can't get him in. I've been hitting allow, but when I hit allow, it's not responding.
It says he's been allowed. I don't know.
What if we all go away and then he gets?
Hey, Gary, I'm going to reject you again. Try again. I don't understand what's going on. Gary, please come back. It's unresponsive. The allow.
Take it easy.
What happened?
Cat used all his
cat bite.
cat used all his claws when he jumped on my lap.
Ouch.
That's what happens when you're in a cat house.
And my glasses fell down and I can't see them.
Mike, is this?
Have the cat bring him to you.
Yeah.
Is that the needle you were talking about? To use on combat. He was talking about you could use something off of 25. Is that it?
No, that's off the LA series.
Yeah.
That's the remote needle off the LAs, and that was on the 25s, the 40s, and the 46s.
Yeah.
They don't work for on pressure because they got an O-ring in them.
Ah, okay.
No.
Well, it'll go in the appropriate file then.
You guys,
Yeah,
here comes
I got-
Jim. And
Got about
Jim,
25 of them.
you guys, Jim does not have a lot of time, but he wants to do a quick and dirty show and tell. So he has to get up early in the morning and go flying.
Oh,
Oh man, I'm
baby.
bleeding. My heart is bleeding, Jim.
Yeah, Jim. So Jim, when you get in here, when you get your mic and your camera ready.
Not yet. After I get it all on.
Oh, okay. I'd like to just say thanks to Howard. The vortex generators arrived.
All right.
Maybe
Wow.
Pretty shady and a pretty shady yellow.
Why do you think you're having to put so much coverage on?
What? You got yellow ones? Mine are white. I want yellow.
Well, tell me,
I think mine were white also. Mike.
if everybody's using these things, the air is getting so stirred up, is that going to cause more climate change? I think we better put a limit on these things.
Well, the yellows are only 10 points, Mike, so you're good.
Only if you're using castor oil.
Ah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right. That's right, Mark. The white ones give you 20 points. The yellow ones only give you 10.
Can you guys see me yet?
No, I can't see. I see initials, and you have a poor
We hear
signal.
All we can see is Phil eating ice cream and Charles eating popcorn.
Phil, you
Well,
doing it
Mark
again.
should be alone and snacking, you know?
We're all snacking.
I just don't like that you don't bring enough.
Get a bag out.
Well,
I
I've
got
got
a
Rip it
enough
open.
in there. It's just
Phil, you
Bring it
know?
here. I'll show you how to do it. All you gotta do is push one button on the microwave, dude. Shh. Go get it back. Bring it here.
How
I'll do
about
it
now?
this way. It's from
Not yet,
No.
Jim. Nope, just the initials. But your signal's gone up to good from poor.
Well, I went to low bandwidth. Man, I just don't even get it. Let's see here.
Is your camera on?
Yeah, well, let's see.
Yeah.
No, right here the camera says it's off.
Yeah,
Oh, so-
you gotta-
Yeah, it does.
It
you
says
got a camera off icon, Jim.
okay, but it's on my screen.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's on
Click it.
here.
There it goes.
Jiggle
Click.
it.
Where on your little screen there where it says JS, click the little camera icon and see what happens.
Well, mine doesn't say JS. Mine has my picture. I'm
Well,
looking
that's
at it.
because you're looking at you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the black bar on the bottom, second box from the left, is the camera icon, Jim.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Let's try flipping. Anybody see that?
I
Nope.
don't see it.
Still says it's muted, the camera.
All right. Man.
Jim, try go to settings, and then in settings, you'll be able to select your audio device, your microphone device, and your video device, and select the correct. What is going on, Gary? I am trying to get you in here, Gary. Gary, I don't understand.
Jim,
Yeah,
when
maybe
you
we
get
might all
straightened
have
out,
to
I got a
leave
question.
and come back so Gary can get in here.
He'll get in, and none of us will be able to get in.
Hey, Gary, try it again. I'm going to just temporarily unlock the lobby, and we want the knock. So go ahead and try it again. If you hear me, go ahead and try it again. There's no the lobby is unlocked.
Gosh, you're no telling what kind of riffraff will get in.
I know it might get helmet head back in here.
Hey, Charles, I went to, I have a select the sound device, but I don't have a select
For the video?
video.
That's
Interesting.
strange.
Where is that sucker hiding?
Yeah, has to be there somewhere.
Anybody got an iPad that's working?
Yeah, mine is.
Well, what do you got? Yeah.
Jim, mine was weird. Mine was working weird tonight. I couldn't get on at all. I mean, it just kept saying you'll be allowed in as soon as someone allows you in. Shut the thing off completely. I mean, slide the bar to the right, the whole bit, shut it off, count to 30 and bring it up again. It probably worked perfect. I have a question for you when you get straightened out.
Well, I ain't sure I'm gonna
Hey,
get
Phil?
straightened out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, John.
I'm planning on redo it like I told you in that email. I'm planning on setting up the incidents and all that. But you'll have to bear with me for another week. I've been going through training and that for the post office.
That's all right. Go just whenever you get it to me, I'll go get it printed.
Okay.
Okay. I turned my camera off and then back on. Anybody see anything? It's in my garage.
No, but I saw Carl Reed twice. I actually saw 2 boxes for Carl. And then it went away.
Well, drat, man, I got some good stuff.
You may have to cut the whole iPad off completely.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Just
slide the
re-
bar to the right the whole bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
gosh.
Let me try rebooting. All
All
right.
right.
Oh yeah.
They're wonderful things, but they'll drive you crazy. On the other hand, this is sitting on a computer, and the computer drives the Hermantile. I can be on it, work on it for an hour, shut it off, go to lunch, come back, and it has to reboot and has to update for 20 minutes before it come back on. So I mean,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, for some reason I lost the signal and I backed out and came back in again because my laptop wasn't responding. So that's the reason why you saw me twice.
Where'd Benny go?
But anyway, but Mike, what were those white things you were showing? I didn't quite hear what they were for.
They're vortex generators.
The what?
They're vortex generators. You put them on the wing, and they do magic stuff to stunt planes. That's all I know.
You don't even have to wiggle the handle anymore.
I'll have
Okay,
to talk to.
gotcha.
They're supposed to improve. They're supposed to improve the efficiency of the wing and the airflow. I guess. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know the science. Mark's a pilot; he could probably tell you. And Howard's the guy that made them, so he could really probably tell you exactly.
Yeah, we used to do the same thing with our dirt bikes, and hey, if you put a number plate on your bike, you can get an extra 5 miles an hour out of it. So.
Well, I usually put a stripe on my combat planes.
Yeah, I see Denny has his popcorn too.
When you get around to making another batch of those, I'd like to have some of those. I thought you were talking about covering material. And the other night, when you asked me about it, I thought you were talking about polyspan, not those things.
Well, he was. He was talking about polyspan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have a bunch of polyspan.
This was in the after party. He was asking for some motor mounts, some maple motor mount wood, which I had a bunch of. And I told Howard I would send him some apparently last week or the week before, which I forgot. And then he reminded me. And then he said, "What do you want for him?" I said, "Nothing." And he said, "I'll send you some vortex generators." So
well, I'm happy to buy them. I just want to try.
We were horse trade. Well, I got some for sale. I got 2 whole bags here, man. They're only $5 a piece, Phil.
I thought we were trading.
Yeah, you traded.
Oh, you want some?
I got mine today. They're beautiful.
Phil?
Yeah, and he doesn't mean $5 a bag either, Phil. So.
Phil?
See, I always say the after party sometimes is better than the live stream. See, you miss out if you don't come to the after party and you have to register to be a member. And Howard would like to say something, but Howard, just a second. Let me catch Alexander third. He says, "Well, it's around 4 a.m. Time for a little sleep and catch up on the voting here in Scotland. Hopefully, after this, we can get our independence from Westminster." Well, good luck and
good luck with that.
Pleasant dreams, Alexander. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah, good night, Alexander. Have pleasant dreams. And then go ahead, Howard.
Phil, you want some BGs?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I've got a new Impact I'd like to try them on.
Oh, Impact. Yeah, they work on him.
Now, mine's old school. Mine's still a fuel plane, but mine was built, I don't even want to talk about how many years ago. I finally got getting around to painting it.
What structure is it the wings have?
Foam. It's
okay.
old.
It won't help much.
No. Well, I tried it.
Seriously, Howard, that won't help much.
Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
Depends on the cord.
Better, so this is secondhand. What I hear from Mr. Walker is that foam wings only take 2, and the build-up ones take more. Or you can feel the effect with only 2 of them on the foam ones, and more of them on the build-up ones. Probably because the foam airfoil is better and doesn't have the bumps in it.
Interesting.
So can someone explain how the vortex generators improve the plane's flying ability?
The little vortex are like little gremlins. They get on there and they scrub the air up around on the base there, make it disassociate itself from the surface, and then reattaches.
What I notice is that in corners, pulling out of corners, it seems to give you a little more time to stabilize.
Do you put them on the bottom, Howard, or the
makes
top?
them feel better. Both sides.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you would have to put it on both sides. I suppose it just
look,
creates a
guys.
negative pressure across the wing surface because it's not a laminar airflow.
Laminar flow.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but guys,
no,
we got to give Mark.
I see you, Walter.
Mark's
I get you.
flying right side up.
Exactly.
He don't do the outside stuff.
I just want to ask a quick question to Howard.
Go ahead, Walter.
I have a photograph of Paul's airplanes. He's even got on one airplane that I see the photo. He's even got them on the stab.
Yeah.
So do you put them on the stab and the wing as well?
I can't tell you the difference on the stab.
Okay. So was his an experiment, that one photo?
I don't know. Dave Fitzgerald's used them on the stabilizer too.
Oh, okay.
You talk about guys who could tell the difference between whether a fly flew close to the wing while it was in the air.
Yeah. Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. It might depend on the stabilizer.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Hey, Howard,
Yeah, get more popcorn.
I think I got my mouse and my number pad today.
Groovy.
So I might try to give you a jingle tomorrow. Anybody see? Does anybody see me?
No, sir.
No, I don't see you.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Man, I have tried everything.
Down at the
Jim,
bottom,
tell
if
me
you
something.
tried turning the video on, if it's off, the video
Shows off.
symbol is off on your little icon.
Well, it's on here.
Okay.
Jim?
Hey, Jim,
Yeah.
you're on an Apple product.
Yes.
Yeah, you're on an iPad.
Yes.
Yeah, go buy a cheap $120 Acer Chromebook at Walmart, and you won't have any problem. Like, for real. Go get a
That would be fun,
$99
except I can't get
Chromebook at Walmart, and you won't have any issues. The Apple
can't
stuff just don't work great for this. I don't know
can't
why.
get my Dell online.
Yeah, I'm beginning to believe it. All right. Well, I'll just try to bring some stuff in to my computer room in there and see where we go.
All right.
All right.
It's not a Macintosh computer from the 80s, is it?
Nah, brother, you wish you had one this fast.
It's a TRS 80.
Jim, tell me something.
Yeah.
It's Philip. Do you have my phone number?
Yeah, I do now.
Well, call me tomorrow, sometime
Yeah.
in the morning.
Your wife, man, she is quite the guard dog. I called that number twice, and she says, "I've lived here 30 years. I have no idea who Philip Bailey is." So
I don't know, Jim. That's a cell phone, and I keep it in my pocket. So I don't know what happened.
Why don't you call me? I'm gonna be flying in the morning, but I'll be around, and then I'm going blueberry picking, and then
going what?
Blueberry picking.
Oh.
You're gonna go pick.
Jim, call me. My grandson is in. I'm going to a birthday party first thing in the morning, and I'll be able to answer the phone. But as far as having sense enough to make a phone call, I'm going to have 8 5-year-olds running around.
Okay.
You might better call me.
I give it a whirl, brother. When the lady tells me she got no idea who the hell you are, if you don't hear from me, call me.
Hey, Jim.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Did you get that printer working?
One of the
No,
other needs to call.
now I got to go buy a cheap $99 Chromebook. Apparently.
I bet
Hey,
you,
Jim?
I could get a hold of that Apple and make it work in 5 minutes.
Well,
But anyway, I'm not
I
Hey,
don't-
smart,
Jim?
so I can't do it.
yeah,
Jim,
yeah.
did you get that printer hooked up and working?
Peter, that was some job.
Oh,
Yeah, you just wouldn't even believe it. I mean,
well,
it took.
is it working though?
Yeah, it works fine.
Cool.
Okay, I appreciate that. All right. Well, I'm gonna give up on this because I ain't got all night to play around.
Good night.
So I'm gonna go in the other room and show you a couple things. All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Mike, I just want to say thank you again for your donation. I am pleased to announce that the box has made it to the club over there. And by the way, for everybody who helped, really appreciate that again.
Oh, you're welcome. I forgot what I sent you, but you're welcome.
A muffler, I think.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Okay.
Well, anyways, let me get to the chat box. It's quiet here. Banshee 15 says, "Gotta run. Work tomorrow. Tight lines and light winds to you all. See you later." And then Chris
Tomorrow's
Everson
Saturday,
says,
brother. You need a better job.
Chris Everson says, "They generate low pressure on the wing tips for smoother turns and low tip stall. I have years of experience using them on RC planes." And I think it's regarding the vortex generators.
Yeah.
I was trying to find them in my book about halfway through this book, Model Aircraft Aerodynamics. I know I read about vortex generators, but I read about a lot of things in this book as well. I mean, a lot of things I've read up on. And I thought it had something to do with the boundary area as well.
Boundary layer.
Boundary layer, yeah.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, what the vortex generator do is that they turbulate the air.
Nope.
They mess up with the boundary layer. Like I said, it's make. No.
Nope.
Take over.
Go ahead, Howard. The
They-
separation of the boundary layer.
Nope. They make vortices.
Yeah, turbulence, basically.
Tornadoes,
Mhm.
the axis of which is in the direction of the stream. So that they bring the fresh air that's up high, that's moving down next to the wing. So it
Increases the low pressure area.
increases the velocity of the air right next to the wing.
Where do you put them? On the wingtips?
No, you
About,
put 'em-
about what is it, like
Varies
a
with
third,
wing
third,
shapes.
third of the way from the leading edge, something like that? 1/3 back?
about 25% chord, maybe.
Why do
In-
you put
in
them so
pairs.
far forward, Howard? Why do you put a 25 chord, not a max or whatever else?
They seem to work there. PJ Rowland did some experiments, and that's what he found, and that's what seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Most applications I've seen on full-scale airplanes are wind turbines and
Yeah, typically the high point of the
wind
airfoil.
tunnel stuff says 10% chord, but we haven't found it to work at 10% chord.
One explanation a bunch of years ago. One explanation a bunch of years ago in the military. Like about an A4 Skyhawk, and one of the instructors used it as a piece of paper, showing it as this picture that as the boundary layer over the wing. That it's a piece of paper, yeah, and to hold that piece of paper down so you don't get boundary layer separation, yeah. The vortex generators create this motion and to hold the boundary layer down so you don't get boundary layer separation. If that makes
Yes,
sense.
that's what I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the book said too,
Well,
right?
that's an interesting explanation. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. It's basically it takes the air and sticks it to the top surface of the wing
Yeah.
instead of having like going kind of straightish back and kind of
But
bypassing the
that's not
flaps
the
and everything.
mechanism by which it does it.
Right.
Pretty slick. Okay.
Yeah. Do you use them on both sides then, or just one
Yeah,
side?
Both sides.
Okay.
You turn in two directions.
Yeah. I was talking to a guy that's an aircraft designer too, and he was kind of mentioning that because we were flying in a plane somewhere, and he said, "Oh, you see those?" And he said, "Those are vortex generators." And he said he was talking about them, and he said that's a telltale sign that the designer, the wing design for the plane, was not very good. So they use them more or less like a patch to make the wing do what it's supposed to.
Maybe.
They do, yeah. They say that.
What
But sometimes
gets me
when
is when you
they
see
come
it.
up with the design and they find out like, hey, it has a little flaw here or there, they just stick them on there and just fix the problem.
There
Kind of
was
thing.
actually an issue in a French national election. One party backed the development of the Airbus, and the other party said that the wing on the Airbus was so screwed up that it needed vortex generators. And this was a campaign issue.
Oh Lord!
No, I'm not talking about that. I don't know anything about that stuff. So if no, I don't know anything about that.
I don't
But
know
in
anything
general,
about
if
the
they,
generator.
when the designers want to stick the airflow to the top of the wing because it gets so much separation, they stick them in there. And
737's got it in front of the windshield. They don't call it a 737 anymore. I don't know what they call it now, but there's 4 of them in front of the windshield on a 737. So
It's a 737.
It's still a 737? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything else has been renamed and got glass cockpits and all now. So
I knew the guy who designed the vortex generators on the 37, at least one generation of 37s, and his wife was my dentist.
Oh, mate.
I was going to say, if you guys follow the guy, the people who were doing the Bush pilots and stuff, when they get in their super stall takeoff, short landing, you can see their airplanes usually have a
lot of them, yeah.
VGs like right just behind the leading edge, way forward. I think what they're trying to do is just add energy to the leading, to the airflow over the leading edge.
Yep.
Trying to squeeze a little bit of lift out of it when the airplane is barely moving. But with the vortex generators here, they can actually add the energy that makes it behave like it's flying faster than it really is. Of course, once they get up to speed, I don't think that the effect is nearly as critical as it is when they're trying to make a 5 foot long takeoff. Some of their takeoffs are just insane. I don't know if you guys ever watch them, but they're a blast to watch. So
they also use a lot of flap deflection at that same time, and they want to stick that airflow to the flaps as well to make get the most benefit out of them.
Yeah, the great big flotation tires, great big high angle of attack. Huge motors and props and stuff.
You want to see a good example of that, Denny? Look up. It's an aircraft company. It's called Just Aircraft.
Yeah.
Just Aircraft. I flew one of those, and they're just amazing. That's the only way you can put it. They're just amazing.
Wow.
I have one person in the chat box who wants to contribute to our present conversation. He says, this is Christopher Everson. He says, all my RC sailplanes, they are carved into the wingtips.
Yeah, Airtronics used to do it a lot. The Aquila Grande, and a lot of those had them carved in.
Not anymore. On the modern airfoil gliders, you have 0 vortex generators.
Yeah.
You almost never see them. They're so
I've seen Vortex wingtips on sailplanes, either Vortex retarding or Vortex enhancing. Some of them curve up, some curve down. And I think that might be what Chris is talking about. They're not
like
the
a
little,
winglet.
they're not the little.
They're winglets, yeah.
But Christopher, that's not the things that Howard was talking about. They're basically a series of call it saw blades along the airfoil, sticking up in the air, little wedges that are designed to stir up the air right next to the airfoil.
Yeah,
like a miniature rudder.
Chris, on the sailplanes, what we used more than anything else in the old days was in the 70s was turbulator spars. There'd be 3 of them. The leading edge would not be sheeted, and there'd be 2
Hang
or
on,
3
Mike.
of them between
I'm
the
clicking
main
on you.
spar and the leading edge. Turbulator spars, but we never used generators or any of that kind of stuff like they're talking about.
Lord, man.
There we go. All right, I got my mic on. So do you see the little pairs here?
Right.
Yep, the V shapes.
That's the orientation of the VG. Now, Howard also says in his little instruction sheet, some people run them like this, but this is the preferred method, I think, on stunt planes that we've seen. And he also gives templates. Okay, so the little plastic VGs that he gives you, you stick them in this template, and then you can lay them on the wing, and you get the proper spacing.
Yeah, I saw that.
For a control line stunt.
Gotta love
Lord,
that.
I might have to put those on the ombre and try it. That's my new.
And guys, what we're talking about here, I'll get one out so everyone can see exactly what we're talking about. They're not big.
No.
Okay, these are very, very small. I'm going to have to get a pair of pliers
or tweezers
to hold that up because it's so small that my fat fingers will just be in the way. So, okay, that's the base. That's what you're going to glue to the airplane. That's the footprint of the base. And that's the actual profile of the VG, the vertical profile. And it does have an airfoil to it. You probably can't see it in this picture. But there are left side and right side VGs. They're specifically made. So this little bag is the right side vortex generator. The other side is the left. And I guess if I looked at it,
Could be in the cardboard. You could see it.
That's pretty cool.
oh yeah, even not as much. I don't think you can see the flat and the airfoil as much there. But yeah, they're not very big, man. They're not very big, but it's enough to help improve.
How many of them did you put on your wing?
Like I said,
864, Eddie, is the recommended amount per wing, top and bottom. No, I think Howard's was just as many as 6. 6 on each wing, maybe.
what does the template have on it?
Yeah, I'll show you mine.
Well, the template has 6. The template has 6.
Yeah, but I mean, would you put?
The template's just whatever.
Right.
Is that for a 60-inch wing, a 40-inch wing, or what?
It really wouldn't matter.
I don't think the span matters at all. It's
No.
how much what are you going to put them? I mean, is it the full span, tips, root? What do you favor?
You
the
know,
whole
this
wing.
This stuff is supposed
Can I
to be
can I
simple,
just
but every time I think I
can I just read something from you guys from the author? Because it's pretty funny in here. I found it funny anyway. Heroes and vortex generators. I have heard they help control line stunt planes fly more accurately. I can't give much theoretical guidance as to where to locate them or how to orient them. I've seen lots of bogus theory regarding vortex generators on stunt planes. And then in another spot, as far as I can tell, vortex generators work best on stunt plane wings in counter-rotating pairs. So there's a little ambiguity in the instructions from the author, which I think is awesome. I really love the opening line. I've heard that they help control on stunt planes fly more accurately. So I don't think any warranty is expressed or implied, or your results may vary by user, I think is what he's trying to say.
So here's Howard's plane. Here's the producer of these vortex generators. This is how he set up his plane.
Yeah,
man, I love that. That is slick.
And do they go all the way to the tip, Howard? And use yeah, that's what I'm curious.
No, that's the
No, not really.
Almost.
Okay.
There's
so you got what? 5 on there, 6 on there?
I put them on until I couldn't tell any more difference. The ones on the inside make the biggest difference, and then you go out and there's a little bit of change. It's pretty subtle for me. Somebody like Paul Walker could see a bigger effect than I can, or see the effect better than I can.
I'm looking forward to seeing that plane again. That's pretty bird.
That impact.
Yeah, that's probably the one I'll take to the Naturals because the new one's not done yet.
That wave checkerboard.
Jimmy Smith.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's up?
Oh, there he is.
All right, Jim.
Hey, we can
You're
see
in.
It's alive.
We can see you.
We can
I
see
got
it.
some weird, unable to put the Earl was invalid or something. I don't know. It's strange.
That's what mine was saying earlier, and said I had a bad connection and da 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 da.
Okay, you guys are ready for me to show you what I got to show you? It won't be long.
Sure.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Howard, do you see that right there?
Yeah.
Okay, you see that's 150 watts, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, I've had that for years. Now, when you have it hooked up to your light bulbs, the way that it's diagrammed, how long does it take you to discharge one battery?
I don't know, 5-10 minutes.
10 minutes? I must have something set wrong because this thing's only supposed to have like a 1 watt discharge because it gets so hot by itself.
Oh, the blue thing gets hot?
Well, what is it? No, not the blue thing. The little lights get hot. But this kind of controls it. So what was happening is those 3 little lights you got,
Yeah.
they would blink on and off, on and off, on and off. Man, it took like hours and hours to get the thing done.
Oh my
You
goodness.
probably don't have the threshold set.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I chopped mine all up, so. But at any rate, we'll see what that is. Now.
Yeah. It takes me about 5 minutes and 30 seconds to discharge my batteries.
Yeah, well, I hooked directly in. Now, you guys saw the link I had for this. This is the one with an auto shut off. All right.
Yeah, the blue one has an auto shut off too.
It does?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to use that. I saw yours. You got to use that little battery checker with the alarm, and those things are loud as hell.
No, you don't. It sets off by itself. That's when the lights start blinking and then stop glowing.
What was that picture you sent me that showed the battery checker on the balance board?
Oh, I might have one there, but let me get my stuff and show you.
Okay, but anyway, this is what it looks like. All right. And first I thought there were two of them, but there's actually only one because there's your discharger. And what the guy told me is it uses resistors inside and it has these weird ports. Okay, all the weird connectors. So I'm waiting on some connectors. But he said it discharges. He hasn't written me back to tell me exactly how much. It comes with a little USB cable, so you can actually hook it up at the field. So I'll have to do a little more reading about it, but I would be surprised. And you think your batteries only take about 10 minutes, huh, Howard?
Oh, if you
When you get that thing to work, you show me how it works.
Okay, so next step, I gave you guys a thing about doing the Wings RC. All right. So this is one side just has, there we go. One side just has the hairspray on it. And then the other side, I've actually taken OT7 fiberglass cloth. All right. And the whole secret to this whole thing is how you blend the epoxy. And what they do, they were using something from West. And I'll show you, this is another one that was just installed on there. I'm working on these still. Okay. You're supposed to have about 2 hours of working time. So I went over and I seen my guys over in St. Pete today, and they said the slowest curing stuff they have is about 45 minutes to an hour. So I told him I was going to mix acetone in it because he said the whole secret of this is putting 20% acetone into your epoxy resin. And so I got to play with that a little bit, but I think I might have simplified it. I got a 1-to-1 mix, and then I'm just going to thin it out with the 20%. The whole volume will be acetone.
Jim, if you put too much acetone in it, though, it takes forever to cure, and it's rubber.
Yep.
Well, I can promise you that what I have done so far on my airplane, it's a long way from rubber. And it took 20%. He said, don't do more than 20%. You have to use a little vial.
Yeah.
For something to measure out each one, and you cannot mix them into in the same cup. You got to use a different cup for each one.
Right.
Throw away, measure the total volume of what you're doing, and it takes longer, but it doesn't take that long. I mean, after 2 hours, you're pretty much done moving anything.
Oh yeah.
Now, the whole secret to his method is right here.
Toilet paper?
You do not use, it is so thin that you do not use paper towels. What you do is you take this stuff and you just tear off a piece. If you watch that video I sent you, and you put it on there, and then you tap it down with your hands. All right. Don't try to slide it side to side, and you'll see where it's getting wet a lot of places. Then you take another row of this and you put it over, and then you take another row if it takes, and it probably will, take 3 rows of toilet paper, and then I just kept tapping, and when I pulled that stuff up, it was just, there wasn't hardly any epoxy in there. And that's what Bert Rutan says. He says that it doesn't really matter if you come back and you put a second coat of epoxy in there. You're doing nothing but adding weight. He said the monocoque structure, it doesn't matter how thick the epoxy is. You know, the thickness of it. You just have to make sure everything is wet as far as the weave, and then you blot up everything extra with toilet paper. And this one, you know, you're probably going to have to leave it for a day, but I was able to actually almost work on it the very next day, you know, like a little bit later in the day. We had set up, and it was hard as a rock, I can tell you that, in that container.
You try to mess with it too early, though. It won't be.
Jim, what I want to have to say is that if you plan to continue and do some composite stuff and stuff like that, you're probably better off just investing in some real resin.
Oh, I invested in real resin.
A real laminating resin.
It's a laminating resin. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you.
Oh, okay then.
Hey guys, I'm gonna say goodnight.
All right, good night.
Hey, good night, Walter. Thanks for coming in.
Take care, Walt. Good
See
to
you, Walt.
buddy.
All right. Thank you. I'll let you know, Mike.
Hey, Sparky's here. Looks like I can see his plane. Sparky, there he is. And Gary, you made it in, Gary.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Gary.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
Several of us were having trouble getting in tonight.
I'm going to put security is back up, looks like.
Hey, Phil.
Yes, sir.
While we're sitting here talking, I just bought another LA 46 for $50.
Oh, very good.
$13 shipping, so $63.
You did well.
This is from my friendly guys at FGIC, Fiberglass Components, Composites.
Yeah,
they're very professional. They don't sell West products, but I use different types of resin. They got every kind of resin, all kind of stuff. And here's the other one. And then I bought 2 of these.
The pumps.
So I can just pump them out. And I have every confidence that this is going to work good.
No, it's fine. It's fine. If it's a laminated resin, it's good to go, Jim. That's all I have to say.
All right.
And I think besides instead of acetone or whatever you're using, I think isopropyl alcohol. It's another option. Just put very little. Again, kind of the same thing, and do a test. You know, you can always test it out on something, and if you're happy, you know, you can do it.
A couple tests tomorrow, and later in the day or evening or whatever, Sunday maybe.
The 3M77, it's a cool trick, right? Just very lightly shoot them on a piece of the on a balsa wood directly, and then you put the balsa wood nicely on the top of your material. So you're gonna drape it nicely, and after that you can use probably if you have one of those tiny paint rollers. They're very good at applicating this resin. You just put the resin on a paper plate, put the paint roller, and roll it on a paper towel first, right? And then you go on top of your of the fiberglass, which sits on your control surface, and you're not going to soak into the balsa like that.
If you haven't watched that video from Kenny G, West Wings, you really should, because it's unbelievable how fast. He doesn't particularly like hairspray. He said they've done a lot of empirical and scientific studies of how good it seals, and yet I've heard other professional guys, they use it all the time. But he said if you're going to seal it, and it's probably a good idea to seal it, because he's a radio control pattern guy, so he's dealing with some pretty big ships, and he said,
Seal what?
What's that?
Seal what?
Seal the balsa wood before
Okay.
we put the epoxy on.
Okay.
So that the epoxy resin doesn't. This stuff is like really light syrup almost. I mean, there's very little viscosity to it.
That's good.
You take
In
a
that case, you
cut
don't
brush-
need to thin it out anymore.
Well, I don't know about this stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look that thin to me. It's pretty thin, but this is a 1-to-1 with a long cure time. But
Yeah.
I think the 20%, he took this cut brush and he was just going like this. And I mean, it just, he was done like nothing flat. And then he put the toilet paper on.
Yeah.
So, but he's dealing with larger airplanes.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with smaller airplanes. So
Yeah.
I think it's important that you put something down. Now, he recommended nitrate dope, and I know a lot of guys that do recommend that. So that's probably what I'll do. Just put a 50-50 coat of nitrate on it just to seal it up. And so that because the stuff is so thin, it could really go down into the wood good.
That's why I'm saying use a paint roller.
Yeah.
Use a little paint roller and put it through the. I mean, if your resin sits inside of a paper plate or something like that, you take the paint roller, you put it on a paper towel, on a separate paper towel, and then you go on top of your balsa, and you will not leave anything other than a super thin film just on the outside skin of the balsa.
Yes, that's what it is. Is it when you put those paper towel, the toilet paper on there, it would surprise you really. You're probably throwing away 90% of the epoxy.
At least.
But
what I'm telling you, don't even need to use the paper towels because the roller is so dry, right? You don't have a soaking roller, right?
He did a
The
demonstration.
roller that you're using to roll the epoxy onto your material, it's so dry to the point that you're not soaking into the balsa wood. It's just gonna go inside the fibers and maybe a tiny bit on the top of the balsa wood, and that's it. It's not wet. It's not soaking wet. It's dry.
And I got a bunch of those little rollers. So.
The problem with putting a lot and then blotting it out with resin is that it can soak into your balsa before you blot it out. Okay, if you use a dry roller, then it's never going to soak into your
that balsa. If you don't do it, if you don't seal it, it's going to get in the balsa. I can promise you. It's thin.
I know that.
I know 20%.
All right.
It gets really thin. I mean, it's still a good idea because it wets all the fibers much better with a roller than with a cut brush. And you don't. Now I understand the roller is going to be a little drier, so
it'll be drier and it won't move the fabric around so bad and screw the fabric up. Fran did a demonstration one night with it. And it really was really dry when he put it on, but it did beautifully.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a great way to do it.
I've done it bare balsa. I've done it with hairspray, and I've done it with nitrate dope. And I defy you to tell me the difference which one I did with hairspray and which one I did with nitrate dope. But you can sure tell the one that didn't have anything, because it picked up a bunch of weight.
Oh yeah, because laminating epoxy is thinner anyway. And, so yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll probably use nitrate dope, but hey, Phil.
Yes, sir.
All right, I am going to verify your phone number. So
no, you are not.
Last time somebody did that, I got phone numbers from people I never heard of.
No, you are not.
You got the right phone
okay.
number.
Well, all right.
You sent me a text that you sent it to a phone number, and I got it. So that's the right number.
Okay.
You have the right number.
Okay.
Jim.
Confidence is not high. Well, if I can't reach you, I'll call Howard.
This is public, Jim. Everybody knows about it. So don't do that.
Shoot, man, I put my phone number and my email out there all the time. I don't care.
For you, it's advertising. For me, it's headaches.
And block their ass.
I get so many a day. I bet you I get 25 calls a week. I bet a friend of mine, a steak dinner, that I got 25 calls a week on crank call, not crank calls, but calls trying to sell me the warranty on your car is about to run out. The warranty on your truck is about to run out.
I get those too.
I won the steak dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, when you own a business, let me tell you, everybody and your brother is sending you. You should see my spam folder. They just automatically go. You know, I have to empty it out. It uses up so much space.
Yeah, I finally
Then
figured out
I
how to
see
deal
some
with
of
it,
them
guys.
still get through, and then you know, they text me all the time. Hey, this is Social Security Administration.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Jim, I tell you how to deal with
You know,
calls about your
every scam artist in the world is out there.
Yeah,
I get guys trying to sell me solar all the time.
yeah.
All right, well,
I kept having them try to call me about the warranty on my car. I said, okay, I've got a 1969 Datsun SRL 311 Sport Roadster Solex Edition. What can you do me for full coverage? Click.
all right, guys, I
I
gotta
really
go.
got that car sitting in the basement.
You got to go, Jim. Thanks for coming in, Jim.
Yeah.
Hey, now I know Mike. I think
Have a
Mike
nice
wants to
night.
speak, but hang on, Mike. Phil, Minnesota Mike has an engine for you. He just wants you to email him his address. Did I give you the email address a while ago? I thought I did.
No, if you would send it to me or put it in the message box, and I'll write it down.
Okay, I'll put it in I'll give you a personal.
Go ahead and do that, and I'll copy it down right quick. Because if I write it down, I got it. But if you tell me 5 minutes from now, I've forgotten it. I got a good memory, but it's real short.
All right, let me copy his email address, and I'll put it in the chat for you.
Poor Sparky's plane.
Go ahead, Mike. Mike, go ahead and do that while we're doing this stuff. Go ahead and say what you want to say, Mike, please.
Well, I was going to tell Eddie, if you're scoring those 46s on eBay, I could have saved you the $13 shipping, man. I got 3 LA 46s and 3 LA 40s set up already for control line. I'll let them go $50 a piece. How many you want?
Put me down for one.
I'll take one.
I'll pick it up when I pick up the kit.
Okay. Well, what do you want?
Give
A
me
40
nice-
or a 40?
46.
I'll take a 46.
I'm trying to sell this stuff now and get money now. I don't really want to wait until a contest because I know it can go. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to.
I'm trying to get one of my buddies set up.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
take the 46.
Phil, I
That one.
put it in a private message to you, Phil. The email
Okay.
for Minnesota Mike.
I was
Got
hoping
it, thank you.
Eddie would just buy them all, and I can meet him at the Walmart parking lot.
No, I can't get them all, but I'll take a 46.
Okay. All right. And Phil, you want one too, huh?
Uh-huh.
To go with that ME109 kit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's for the same guy. I'm trying to set him up.
Okay. Where am I going to see you? Nats, I guess, right?
Well, I hope I'm going to make it to the Nats. It'll only be for a couple of days, but I'm hoping to come.
Okay.
I can't fly this year, but I did something stupid and hurt my shoulder, and I've done it before, so I know it's not going to be back in time for Nats. I can do everything but go overhead, but that sometimes gets real interesting. But Nats is in like 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be ready, at least fly old time and classic.
It's longer than 3 or 4 weeks.
I'm hoping it's going to be ready. What, it's June the 20th, isn't it? 20th through 26th.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah,
got
it's like
4,
6
5,
weeks
7,
away,
7.
man.
I might make it. I might make it.
Wow, time is flying.
You ain't kidding, brother.
Yeah.
They'd be happy.
Mark, what you're building nowadays?
What am I building?
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish up a Humongous and a Ringmaster and a Ringmaster 576, an Impact, an Ombre, and a USA 1.
Yep. Mark, your mic is muted.
Why, yes, it was.
Yeah, I think Ryan asked Mark what he was building.
Yeah.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's okay.
matter. I was muted anyway, so it didn't matter. I'm still working on the Banshee projects. You know, put a proper tail wheel on the knobbler, the profile knobbler. Yeah, with the smaller wire. You know, so that worked out good. Other than that, I've been flying the last couple of days a little bit here and there. So yeah. Flying helicopter. Got one short flight in the other day, you know, and Tryon will smile on this one. Yeah, I had it a little too rich, so it was very slow. and on the upwind side, I saw about a 6-foot belly worth of line, you know.
Wow. That's
because it was a little breezy and it was you know, bad combination, right? Yeah. And I was praying, going, fly straight, fly straight, fly straight, fly straight. Yeah. Luckily, it just kind of put it out, and then got to the end of the lines, and then low circles till I ran out of gas. So anyway, but that was my flight this week. 2 flights, but anyway.
Have y'all been going through a lot of wind and a lot of rain?
Oh boy,
yes.
The wind today was,
When it's not just blow me down windy, it's raining. So
it was 37 knots coming back from Atlanta. I actually had to go to Atlanta just to pick up the helicopter and bring it back here. And it was 37 knots. Yeah, pretty much all the way back. And the ground winds were running 15 to 20. So,
how's your knees doing?
It's doing very well. I am
Good deal.
The last week and a half. It's like night and day.
Good deal. Glad to hear it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's really you know, the swelling is just minimal now, just a little bit under the kneecap, but you know, I'm to that stage where I'm feeling
lights on. Okay. You're fine. Good night, buddy.
Wait till you hit your 60s, brother. You're really gonna enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about that. The Dennis show us an electric plane. It was a yellow profile or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful. And one other question I had: does anybody know about anything about the proposals that were made for the rule changes? Are they approved, disapproved, or what?
I do.
I do.
I do.
What you got?
Well,
we'll get to the elliptical wing first.
Probably not what Tryon wants to hear because he was asking for stunt, but all the combat proposals were shot down except one. So there was 19 proposals in combat, and all of them were shot down except the one to eliminate low performance half A. So I know that's not what you were looking for, Tryon, but I'm the District 5 contest board voter guy, and we got all that in. So there you go. I'll let John take it away for stunt.
Denny's got his hand up. What do you want to say, Denny?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that for the stunt proposals, all but one passed the initial vote. The one that did not pass was the one that there was a standalone to try to get spectral lines, but that kind of got lost in the shuffle. There's another proposal that would basically take away all the line size and material requirements completely. Basically, put us in complete alignment with the FAI rule on it, and that one passed. Frankly, I'm kind of sorry the other one didn't pass because we're kind of living dangerously here. I thought we could have passed them both, and then of course one trumps the other, and that would have fixed itself at the final thing. But initial vote, everything passed, and so we got a chance to chew on it. And I forget, we got one or I forget how many more rounds we have.
You're starting from a different place now.
No, it means Spectre lines will be in. If Brett's proposal passes, Spectre lines are in.
Oh, exactly.
You
Yeah.
could use
You'll be
kite
able to
string.
fly on, on steel or cable or Spectra or catgut or whatever you want. And,
You could use kite string if you can pass the
I don't-
the pull test. Yep.
I don't think
eights.
I don't think it's the end of the world that the standalone Spectre thing didn't pass. I never thought
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
that should have never gone in there anyway because Brett's proposal removed all material requirements and opened the door for Spectre. So
I like that too.
That doesn't make me sad.
proposal was the other one was written first, so that's how it was actually number one on the list. And Brett's came in, later and stuff like that. But it is an all-inclusive proposal. If we can get that one in, that takes care of everything.
So
and if we
fly
can't, we'll
Spectre
just
lines from
drag
now on,
out
or what?
another couple of years. So, anyhow.
Would you say Tryon?
Can we fly them now or what?
No, it won't be until September they'll have the final vote.
Right.
And then it won't become legal until January 1st.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now you can fly them for sport, at your own field, but you can't fly them at a contest.
All right, that sucks.
Hey, I got a rule question.
Actually, you can still. It takes the contest director has to specify in their event sanction that they will allow the Spectra lines.
Mhm.
And what lets
That's
them
correct.
do it is they can say something like, "We will allow the Spectra in accordance to the AMA general rules for control line."
Mhm.
The other thing, frankly, I've been trying to exploit a little bit is that a lot of the events that we fly are not AMA rulebook events. All right. Profile stunt, old time stunt, classic stunt, none of those things. There is no AMA rulebook event for it. We assume that we need the AMA line rules and everything like that, but we could quite easily adopt, because it's a demonstration event, that's clearly where the general rules come into play and everything like that. We could just a little bit of foresight to say we're going to run classic and we're going to allow classic to use Spectra lines.
True.
Or something else. So there's ways to do it, ways like that. So, but it's all up to the CD, front and center. If they just specify in their event sanction, what are you going to do? Are there any special rules in effect or anything like that? If they do that, it's good. If they don't do it, then it's not. Simple as that. So
yeah.
Makes sense. Hey, I got another rule question. It's not specifically about new rules, but where do they like a profile? The limit is 3/4 of an inch. Is that correct? And if that's so, where is that?
it's undefined.
Really?
It's undefined.
It is defined in profile scale though.
Yeah, but not in profile stunt. It's all local rules.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah.
For the most part, guys stay in line with the profile scale,
Right.
which is a 3/4 maximum 3/4 width at the trailing edge of the wing.
That was my question. Where was it measured at? Because if you like if you're putting some stiffeners and stuff and extra balls on each side of say the nose, boy, it doesn't take long. 3/4 of an inch. Yeah.
Well, think of all the planes that have cheek cowls and
Hey,
like
that was my point.
Shoestring and some of those. They never pass, but it's trailing edge of the wing.
Yeah, if you put like 3/8 on either. My only question is when I set this up, I was gonna go with the good fly on both sides and then 3/8 balsa on either side. Or both.
I think that's a great idea.
Both sides.
Yeah. But that answered my question is where it's measured from. And if it's the trailing edge of the wing, then
trailing edge of the wing.
Yep. Here's a little trick, Mark. When you do that, the toughest part to finish, it's wherever the plywood mill meets the balsa wood at the backside. So you want to sharpen it up and taper it and all the good stuff before you glue it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes the ply. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ply, definitely the ply. Yeah.
Lay it down on the table and take a file or something.
Right.
Cut it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely want to do that before, and you can even put your cheek sides if you want to at the same time, or just whatever, you know. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go back and put some more on the knobbler too, just for
Yeah.
that knobbler profile. Yeah.
The more rigid your nose is gonna be, the better motor run you're gonna get. No question about it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. You guys, let me interrupt for a second. Brent Williams says, "Hi guys," and Minnesota Mike and I had a little going back and forth about his email, and Phil, you got it now, right, Phil?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. And I also wanted to shout out to Sparky. Thanks, Sparky, for coming in and showing us your progress on your plane, your Tom Warden Continental, right? He might be muted.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yes, he is.
All right.
He's doing another Continental. He already had like a really super nice one with a Aero Tiger 36 in it, I thought.
Yeah, but see, this one's 67.
I think he wants to do better this time.
Yeah, this one has a PA 75 in it.
Oh, okay. Much bigger airplane. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because the one I saw when we were in Memphis together, man, that was a beautiful airplane.
Yeah, that's this one here. Let's see. I still got it. It's hanging on the wall. Where the hell is the picture? There it is.
Hanging on the wall in
St.
at your
Louis.
home.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's a pretty airplane.
I'm hoping
Bless
this
you.
comes out better.
Sparky, one of these days you got to end up on the front row.
I've been on the front row.
I
My
want to see
Thunderbolt
you
was
get.
on the front row
I want
for.
to see you get the prop though.
Oh, they don't give them out anymore.
Well, they don't.
No.
Shucks.
You should get the concourse. It's not the prop, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Stinson makes some pretty nice concourse trophies the last couple years. He's made some pretty beautiful trophies. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen them, but
He is quite the craftsman, so I don't doubt that a bit. Everything he does is first class. Everything I've seen him do is first class.
Well, you guys, I'm going to wrap this show up, the live stream portion. I want to thank everybody for coming in. And I want to thank you for the $50 super chat. That was awesome. So who was that? That was Christopher Everson, $50. Thank you very much. And we had a new member in Mel Rogers joined our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is only $4.99 a month, and with that you get an emoji on the super chat. On the chat box that I can see, and Sparky can see, and you get unlimited replays, and it helps the channel. So do it. Just help us out. And we had as high as it's like 28 viewers. No, excuse me, 30 viewers, and we have 23 likes. So this is a pretty good evening. 30 viewers, 23 likes, $50 in revenue, one new member. Thank you very much for all that activity. I wish we could just do this every time we get together, but maybe one day we'll get that thing going. But I like seeing this. Anyways, we've had a good conversation and good time. So go out. This is the weekend. Hopefully, go out there and fly, and come back Monday and tell us all about it, or do something in your shop, and come back with a show and tell. And we will see you again. Today's Friday, so we'll see you next Monday. And come on back and have some fun with us. And I'm going to close out the live streaming.